Mega morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Mega Mike the Movie Man here. Today, we're going to have a great time discussing some movie news. So, how this show is going to work today is I have three movie news stories we got to get into that I'm super excited to talk about. First up, we're going to talk about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie casting of Johnny Cage. Then we're going to get into some Fantastic Four rumors of casting. And then, of course, we got to talk about the WGA strike, the writer strike that is going on right now. And that's going to be a whole bunch of fun talking about all those news stories. They're all very interesting. And then after that, of course, there will be a Ask Me Anything section where you can ask me anything about any kind of movies, physical media, or just any fun topics or questions you all can think of. We'll definitely get into that. As I do go through these stories here today, go ahead and leave comments related to the stories, any questions related to the stories, so I can definitely shout you out and we can make this very interactive today. But first, let me go ahead and kind of put up a couple banners and then we'll check in with the audience today. So, first up, you want to mega smash that like and subscribe if you're visiting the channel for the first time and support the channel if you love movies and unlock some thank you videos through super chats. And definitely check out some memberships for exclusive reviews and perks. Of course, I always like to remind everybody the super chats and memberships are the number one ways to support the channel. So anything you can afford, I greatly appreciate it. And it all goes back into the channel to make the content even better for you all to enjoy. But let's go ahead and check into the audience this morning. Let's see who is joining us bright and early. For some people, it might be lunchtime already. We got Adrian James in the house saying, "Hey there, Mike. How are you doing today?" I'm doing good, Adrian. I had breakfast this morning, woke up, made some breakfast, got my coffee ready to go. Been looking into these news stories to get some more information on them. And so, yeah, it's been a good morning. It's been waking me up, so I'm ready for the day. How about you, Adrian? All right, we got Craig in the house saying, "Hi, Mike." Hi, Craig. I know I was responding to your comments on my recent video, my Amazon deal video, post Sunday morning for everybody. So if you have not seen that Amazon deal video yet, you definitely want to check that out because there's some really good prices out there. When I saw the Piranha 4K Screen Factory Edition on sale, I could not resist that one. But there's a lot of good deals out there. So definitely check out that video, of course, after the live chat if you have not seen that yet, everybody. We got Hisham in the house saying, "Hello, Mike. How are you doing?" I am doing great. Uh, Hisham has a question about Fantastic Four. Once I get to the Fantastic Four story, we'll definitely address that. So great comment there. We got the view with Drew. Hey everybody, what's up? Yes, what's up? Good news. I saw Guardians Volume 3 yesterday. Yes, view with Drew. Oh, such a great movie experience. I'm not going to go into my detailed thoughts right now because I'm actually going to have a post game discussion spoiler show with a whole great panel of members that saw the movie and whatnot. So yeah, that's going to be this week, I believe Thursday night. I'm gonna have to check with my group again, but I think Thursday night, and I think it's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, definitely come back for that too, because we're going to get into all the spoilers and just have a fun time with that. That reminds me, if you haven't seen the movie yet and you didn't see my pregame show live that we did on Thursday night last week, definitely check that out. Don't worry, there's no spoilers in the pregame. We're literally just reminiscing about, the first couple Guardians movies, making some prediction of theories and just talking about our excitement level for the new one. So definitely check that out. But I'll just say I was very happy with the movie overall. So I got to go see it again. I'm definitely going to go see it at least one more time this month. All right, and then yeah, Hisham definitely has a good comment there as well for Fantastic Four, which we'll get to once we get into the Fantastic Four story. We got Emlo saying, "Hi, Mega Mike. Hi, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining in today." All right, so let's get into these stories here. Let me go ahead and bring up this banner for everybody. So we'll work our way from the third story up to the first one. So we're going to be talking Mortal Kombat 2. That's why I'm wearing my Mortal Kombat gear, everybody. You know, I'm a big MK fan. We got to talk about the Johnny Cage casting that was announced. So let's get right into this. And let's see, I do have the news story here from an article. So let me go ahead and bring that up. Yes, okay. So Mortal Kombat 2's casting news has fans mourning the loss of a perfect Johnny Cage opportunity. It was recently reported that New Line Cinema, the production company behind the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, was in final negotiations with The Boys star Carl Urban to portray Johnny Cage in the upcoming sequel. There hasn't been an official comment, but Urban's involvement was given a bit of boost when a producer, Todd Gardner, retweeted it. So that is the story right there, and that was from an article, I believe, a Screen Rant, if I'm recalling correctly. But I did link that article in the description below if you want even more details on it. But it looks most likely, now I don't know if it's 100% here, but it looks most likely that Carl Urban will be the new Johnny Cage. Reason why is because they said Todd Gardner retweeted it. He's producer of the movie. If a producer is going to retweet a rumor, it's usually more truth than rumor. So that's why we're thinking it's almost officially confirmed, but not 100% yet. So don't quote me on that. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about Carl Urban here. And let me know in the comments, do you guys like this casting? Is it throwing you off? Who else would you have picked? I'm going to go over my thoughts too right now. So Carl Urban, I think, is a great actor. Of course, I most know him from The Boys, which is a great show. I don't know if I've seen all the seasons of The Boys. I definitely saw the first 2 seasons. I don't know if I made it through the third season, but he was a standout on the show. He definitely has a great acting talent about him. But would I have cast him for Johnny Cage? That's where I get a little on the fence about it, because Johnny Cage has a certain look, has a certain personality. Now, I think Carl Urban can get that personality down through his acting talent, but Carl Urban kind of just screams more Kano to me. And we already have a great Kano actor, so I hope they bring back that Kano actor, of course. Now he's going to have the eye, right? The robotic eye, which is going to be awesome. But the Kano actor in that first Mortal Kombat movie was the best part of that first Mortal Kombat movie. He was the acting talent that actually understood the assignment, and it worked really well. Very funny, had that Kano persona about him. So I thought that actor was great. We want him back. So Carl Urban, I'm like, you know what? I once again, you scream Kano to me. You don't scream Johnny Cage to me. I would have gone somewhere else with a Johnny Cage actor. That's why I want to hear everybody's comments, who you would have chosen. I mean, there's a lot of good choices you could have gone with. Of course, you got to stick with a certain budget, so you're not going to get the A-listers. Like, you're not going to get a Ryan Reynolds, even though Ryan Reynolds, ooh, that would have been perfect casting as Johnny Cage, just with the charm and the wit and the humor. But, Ryan Reynolds, he's A-lister, right? Deadpool, all that good stuff. Yeah, he's not going to be Johnny Cage. I get it. So we move on from that. We think of some other choices here. Now, there's a lot of ones floating around. I know the article was saying they were disappointed. The Miz, I believe he's called, from WWE, right, wrestling, wasn't picked because he has a look that looks like Johnny Cage. And I didn't really know too much about him because I don't watch the professional wrestling out there. I looked at some images. He definitely looks like Johnny Cage. Now, I don't know if he has the same persona. So you all let me know in the comments if the Miz would have worked with this one. But that was one floating out there that some people would have liked to see. Some other ones that were talked about that I can definitely see, like a Glenn Powell, right? He was great in Top Gun Maverick. And, he's a great acting talent. I think he could definitely pull off Johnny Cage. So Glenn Powell, I would have really liked to see cast as Johnny Cage. I think he would have had a great attitude about him, just as a Top Gun Maverick character kind of had that persona as well. He was still a heroic character by then, of course, but he had that kind of, what do you say, prickish attitude to him. That would have been perfect for a Johnny Cage. So who else could we have got? Maybe a Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum, I think, could have definitely had the charm and the humor to the Johnny Cage character as well. I think, yeah, Channing Tatum could have totally worked. So I'm thinking of actors like that. Once again, Carl Urban, he doesn't scream Johnny Cage to me initially. So it's just an odd casting choice, in my opinion. Now, maybe it works out because, like I said, he's a talented actor, no doubt. Talented actor. Really liked what he did in The Boys. So he can definitely pull it off. But once again, I don't know, this whole casting for these new Mortal Kombat movies is all over the place. Like, who is in charge of the casting here? We did not do an amazing job on the first one. I'm sorry to say, but the first one, the casting choices we picked, a lot of them didn't have personality. A lot of them were just very dull and boring. And you can't have too many characters like that. I mean, maybe one, maybe two characters, but most of the characters in the movie were just so dull. Now, some of them, like I said, were good. Like Kano was good. Sub Zero and Scorpion, I think, worked well enough. Sonya and Jax were pretty good. But a lot of the other characters just it felt very similar. Felt very similar. Ew, that first one was so rough. First one was so rough. So I don't know if the second one's going to be any better. Let's look at some of these comments. I know you guys are firing off these comments. Keep these comments going because I love some Mortal Kombat. We can talk Mortal Kombat all day. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Hisham saying John Cena could have been a great Johnny Cage. I like that idea. I do. I think Johnny Cage by John Cena. I think that works. Yep, you got John in both the names. But I think the personality is there. I think the look is there. And John Cena, I think he's getting better at acting as I've seen him in different projects. So, and right, he's more of a budget kind of actor, right? We can't get A-listers in acting for Mortal Kombat 2. They're just budget restricted. You know what? I would have loved if these movies went all out and you had like superhero movie budgets. Could you imagine that? Mortal Kombat on $150 budget? Ooh, that would have been amazing. But no, we got to work with what we got. Kind of a mid budget movie, I guess you could say. But yeah, John Cena, I think could have worked. I don't know if it would have been my first choice, but a possibility. Definitely. Definitely something to think about. We got Aaron Ackerman saying, do you think Ryan Reynolds? Oh, Ryan Reynolds. He's the ideal, perfect casting, as I was mentioned. But he's an A-lister. You're not going to be able to get him for Mortal Kombat 2. There's no way with the budget they have. So it's just not going to happen. Ryan Reynolds is involved in so many other projects. So even though would have been amazing casting, right? You would have had to done that Mortal Kombat movie like a decade ago, and then maybe you would have got Ryan Reynolds. But hey, we're in the times we are in now, so we have to work with what we have. But yeah, absolutely, Ryan Reynolds would have been phenomenal. Craig saying Carl Urban was in the last few Star Trek movies with Chris Pratt. Thank you for bringing that up. That is jogging my memory now. I did really like those Star Trek movies, by the way, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek stuff. Yeah, I thought those were good. So yeah, he definitely is an acting talent, no doubt about it. I'm just trying to think, does he fit Johnny Cage or was there a better option? That's all I'm trying to think, but solid actor, no doubt. Yes, Carl was great in Dread. Yeah, he fit Dread perfectly, right? That was really good casting. That's what I'm just trying to think. Does the casting match up? Like the acting talent's there, but is that the best casting choice? Because once again, a lot of the Mortal Kombat characters, they didn't feel right to me. Like a lot of them felt very dull. Like Shang Tsung felt very dull in the movie to me. Even like Liu Kang and Kung Lao, they felt very dull, and not only that, they felt very similar. That's the thing; they felt very similar, which you can have occasionally a more dull, yes, a dull, stoic kind of character. You can have that in the movie. Like if they had Kung Lao just like that, fine, okay. But then you got Liu Kang like that, you got Shang Tsung like that, right? You're getting too much of those characters that don't have enough personality shining through. Then it becomes it's just it feels like it weighs down the movie. So that's what I'm trying to say. Are we making the right casting choices for the characters we have? All right, but yeah, he was great as Dredd. Absolutely, yes. Hey, we never got a Dredd sequel, did we? You know what? That would have been pretty cool. That was a good movie. Really good action scenes in that. We got Bob's Blu-ray saying, good morning, Bob. Bob, we need to get you back on the channel. It has been a minute here. we need to have Bob show up for one of these morning shows. Yes, everybody, let me know in the comments if we want to get Bob here on a morning show, right? That would be super fun. Let's see. Adrian saying Urban was great as Dread. Yes, everybody's saying hello to Bob. Yep, hello, hello. All right, but yeah, I just think it's a weird casting choice. That's all I'm saying. Once again, talented actor Carl Urban, but is it the right casting choice for the character? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm still worried about this movie. I'm even going to be more worried once we talk about the writer's strike because, oh my goodness, the writing was the main problem in the first movie. Hopefully, the writing has improved, but now with the strike going on, oh, what's going to happen there? But, oh, that first movie was so rough. They had some good things. I will say there was positives. They had, it looked good for the most part. They had some good action, right? The gore and the fatality scenes were there, the fighting choreography. Uh, so they had some good stuff in that first movie. There's definitely a lot of potential, but once again, some areas we needed to work on: the writing, the casting, and the acting for some characters, just the pace and direction of the movie. Definitely some stuff we needed to work on. Let's see. I'm low saying, sure, Bob is so cool. Plus, he has a very nice voice. Ooh, yes. We need to get Bob's voice on here. Absolutely, Bob. Let me know. Let me know if you'd be excited joining in a morning show. All right, let's see. Let's go to our next story here. Let me bring up our second story. So, Fantastic Four casting rumors. Wow, these rumors have been spreading like wildfire out there, and you're getting tons of new rumors every week, it seems. So, definitely nothing is concrete here. So, anything we talk about for Fantastic Four does not seem to be concrete, but we'll just go over some of the rumors. So, let me bring up this story here. All right. According to Daniel Reichman, Marvel is in talks with several actors for starring roles in Fantastic Four, including Adam Driver as Reed Richards, Margot Robbie as Sue Storm, Paul Mescal as Johnny Storm, and Antonio Banderas as the villain Galactus. While Reichman has a reputation for being correct about potential casting, Marvel has yet to make any official choices here. So this is interesting. I definitely think it's probably going to be most likely Adam Driver, confirmed any day now as Reed Richards. That's the one that it seems the community has most settled on with the rumors. So yeah, and I think we had some comments on Fantastic Four. So definitely throw out more comments on Fantastic Four, everybody. But I know Hisham had a great comment here. Will John Krasinski return as Reed Richard in the MCU movie? I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. I think it's going to be Adam Driver. That's where the rumors are leading towards now. Now, Krasinski was in Multiverse of Madness, and I think that was just kind of to test the waters. Hey, the fans are speculating about Krasinski. How about for this, fun small scene? Let's put him into Multiverse of Madness, and let's see how the acting plays out. Now, I personally didn't think the acting was there for Krasinski in that moment, so I'm okay with a different Reed Richard. Don't get me wrong, Krasinski in certain situations can act really well, and of course, he's very talented even as a director, right? Directing A Quiet Place movies, excellent movies, by the way. I just don't think he was fitting Reed Richards. Once again, you can have a talented actor, but in certain situations, in certain characters, they just don't connect. They don't match up correctly. And I think that was the situation right there. Krasinski wasn't matching up well with Reed Richard, and so wasn't working out. So Adam Driver, I think, is actually a really good choice. I think Adam Driver's personality can work. Once again, phenomenal actor. I mean, you see him in like a Marriage Story, very powerful stuff. Now he's also been in some not so good movies, 65. Woo, that movie was rough. That was, I mean, how do you make a dinosaur movie so boring? I don't know. But I don't think that was Adam Driver's fault. I'm guessing more the writing and the direction of that movie. But Adam Driver, very solid actor, and I think he fits the personality of Reed Richards. So that's who I think our choice is for that. Let's see. Uh, Hisham saying, Thanos, I'm inevitable. Scorpion's good over here. Yes. Emlo saying, I vote for. Who are you voting for? Let's see. Oh, I vote for Adam Driver because he looks a little like my sweet. Oh, how nice, Charlie. Yes, yeah, Adam Driver is great. Adam Driver is great. Ben, I'm fine with Driver. Yep, no problems with that. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about um Invisible Girl here because Aaron is saying I thought Emily Blunt will be the Invisible Woman in the new Fantastic Four. So I think they would have gone with Emily Blunt if Krasinski was Reed Richards. I think that would have been a perfect pairing. But because they didn't go with Krasinski as Reed Richards, they're not gonna have Emily Blunt. That's why I think those two are not in the movie. But we got Margot Robbie, which is the one that's most heavily rumored that most people are focused on now. People are thinking it's Margot Robbie. And once again, Margot Robbie, very talented actress. She's been great in pretty much most of the movies I've seen her in, no problems. I think I first remember her in The Wolf of Wall Street. I think that was her a standout role. But I think she's a solid actress. She's in the new Barbie movie, right? I think that's gonna be her movie. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Margot Robbie, I think that's a safe, obvious choice. It's definitely not an out of the box choice. And I feel like Marvel wants to make very safe choices now with their movies. They're trying to, get the MCU back on track and making that money, right? So they want some, I guess box office draws, they want to get people to see the movies. What's a good selling name right now? Margot Robbie definitely an actress that is going to get more people out to the box office, if anything. So I don't know if that's the number one choice I would have gone with. Like I said, there could have been a lot of out of the box choices. There could have been some up and comer uh, actresses that maybe would have, had this amazing opportunity that would get introduced to the first time. Once again, I think Marvel is playing it safe, making the safe decisions. And I think at this point, Marvel does have to make the safe decisions because we saw, okay, Ant-Man 3 just, did not make the box office they wanted. We'll see how Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 plays out. But I don't know. I'm a little worried for Marvel, but we can get back on track if we make some good decisions and we have more consistent good movies. So, but I think everybody's leaning towards Margot Robbie. I think at one time Mila Kunis was rumored to be Invisible Girl. She was also rumored to be the Thing, which I was like, wait, what? I don't think those personalities match up. That seems like not a choice to me, but that was apparently debunked. And Mila Kunis, from what I understand, said no, not going to be a part of that Fantastic Four. But it was rumored. It was definitely rumored. So yeah, I'm. What do you all think about this? Do you all think Margot Robbie is the good choice to go with? Let's see. Hisham saying Margot Robbie is a great actress, but she not suitable. Okay, so you don't think she would match the Invisible Girl persona then? Okay. Basement Blues here. Tony, how we doing? Hello, hello. All right, who will be Johnny Storm? So Johnny Storm. Let me bring up the banner again because I believe that was mentioned there. So let me see that. Yes, let me bring it up. Okay, yeah, so Paul Mescal as Johnny Storm, and they're saying Antonio Banderas as the villain Galactus. Okay, yeah. So Paul Mescal. Now, Paul Mescal, you're like, who? Who's Paul Mescal? I said the same thing. I did not know who Paul Mescal is. So I looked it up. Very new actor, very, very new. I think it's I think the first film debut of Paul was 2021. I forgot what the movie was. Was it After Sun? Something like that. So he was in After Sun. I think it was in The Lost Daughter. But he's a very recent actor. Very recent, at least from what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, I thought that was, a random choice. But hey, why not? Why not give somebody else a chance? So, okay. All right. Let's go with it. Let's see how that plays out. And then I thought Antonio Banderas as Galactus. I thought that was a really interesting choice, but you can never go wrong with some Antonio Banderas, okay? Yes. But and getting Galactus in the first movie, we're really swinging for the fences here. So hopefully it works out. I know these casting choices, some of them seem very safe, some of them come out of nowhere. It's like they got a mixture going on here. Let's see. Oh, someone was definitely saying, Craig saying, will Silver Surfer be back? To me, if you have Galactus, you got to have Silver Surfer. If they bring Galactus and no Silver Surfer, I'm gonna be very disappointed. They got to have Silver Surfer if they got Galactus. Let's see. All right, we got Hisham saying Sam Worthington gonna be great as the Thing. Oh, okay, so Sam Worthington rumored then. So I don't know, that name is not popping up an image in my mind. I'm gonna have to look at that name later. But hey, cool, yeah. If you know Sam's a great actor, absolutely. All right, everybody's saying hello to each other. Yeah, Craig saying Ryan Reynolds would be a good Johnny Storm. Absolutely. But once we can't have Ryan Reynolds do everything, right? Ryan Reynolds is already Deadpool. We can't have Ryan Reynolds be every actor, right? I mean every character as an actor. We got to get some variety in there. Got to get some variety. Let's see. We got Ben is saying I heard Amanda Seyfried as Sue Storm. I heard that name as well. Remind me, what was Amanda Seyfried in? That name is sounding very familiar. Let's see. We got Huck in here. Hey gang, driving back from my swap meet, listening as I drive. Oh yes, definitely glad you're enjoying, glad you're listening in, Huck. Hopefully you got some good stuff at the swap me. Have you picked up Collateral Beauty yet? You missed out on that one time. But yeah, let us know if you got anything good, Huck. I would be curious about that. But yeah, we need Huck on a morning show too, everybody, right? Hey, if you all want to see Huck on a morning show, let me know as well. Could join together. Yes. But yeah, thank you so much for listening in. Ben is saying I think Liam Hemsworth would be a good John Storm. Yes. Liam, that's the brother of Chris Hemsworth. What was he in? He was in a couple shows. I'm trying to think of the shows. I know I watched it, but I forgot the name. But yeah, Liam Hemsworth. Absolutely. I think that would have been a good choice as well. Let's see. We got Hisham saying Lucas Tilla is Johnny Storm. Okay, I don't know who Lucas Tilla is. See, a lot of these actors and actresses, the names, like I gotta see a picture. If I don't see the picture, the name just goes right over me. Oh, Amblo says Huck. Absolutely. You hear that, Huck? The fans want you to be on a morning show one of these days. We'll make it work. Well, I will absolutely make it work. Let's see. Huck saying, and I did find Collateral Beauty on my last trip. So excited to check that out. Yes. Oh, so good. Now you can watch Collateral Beauty anytime. It's a great movie anytime. But I'm telling you, it's my favorite holiday movie of all time. So always during the holiday season, I watch that movie. I cry like a baby during it. Ooh, it's perfection. Nobody talks about Collateral Beauty. It is so emotional. Oh, so emotional. Very good. Let's see. Ben Grimm saying Amanda Seyfried was in Jennifer's Body, Ted, Mamma Mia, and even Blonde. Okay, Mean Girl. I think it's coming back to me now. Mamma Mia. Yes. Okay, I got you, Ted. Yes. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, she would have been a great choice too. Once again, a more out of the box choice. Like I said, Margot Robbie's a very safe kind of choice, which I know sometimes you got to make safe choices. Sometimes you want to do something a little bit different. So I can understand going with Margot Robbie. Adrian is saying, yes, Huck, and maybe Tim as well. Yes, we need Tim on a morning show. Absolutely. Ben saying, Liam was the boyfriend in Hunger Games and led the newer Independence Day. See, I never saw the newer Independence Day and the boyfriend in Hunger Games. Okay, kind of remember Hunger Games. Only saw that movie once. I need to go back and watch. All right, yeah, great choices out there though from everybody. Definitely a lot of choices that would have worked for the casting. So we'll see when it becomes official who they do officially decide on for their Fantastic Forecast. I don't know if we'll get it in a post-credit scene at some point, or if it will just be like an announcement, or I'm guessing they'll probably do it at like a Deed kind of 23 type of presentation. That's where they usually make their big announcements for any Disney project. So I'm assuming they're saving it for that. They usually make more bigger announcements there than even Comic Con, I think. So probably there they'll bring the whole cast up and be like, hey, this is our Fantastic Four. Look at everybody. Oh, yeah. So, but we'll see. We'll see when that happens. Once again, of course, the casting is important, but you know what's really important? The writing. The writing is so crucial. and we got to talk about this writer strike that's going on. So let's bring up this news story here, get into our first story. WGA strike. Okay, we're going to just do a quick overview. There's a lot here, but this is Writers Guild of America on strike currently. And once again, if I get any of this info wrong, please correct me in the comments below. Once again, I just did kind of an overview of this. I'm sure more people in the Hollywood industry know a lot more about this stuff. So this is just going to be looking at a couple of the details here, but I know I'm going to miss stuff. Absolutely going to miss stuff. But let me know in the comments if you all have any great information on this to add to the conversation. But yeah, writing. We said writing is so important. So let's bring up the yes, the story. All right, so I pulled a couple just little sections out of this article here. I believe was from I think GQ, but let's look at a couple of these paragraphs. And once again, this is a super long article. So if you want to see everything, the links for all this information are in the description below. I linked all the news story articles in the description if you want to read more, because there's a lot of great details. But let's look at just a couple of these right here. So, but that level of financial security has largely evaporated. Streaming services pay single fixed residuals that aren't tied to viewer numbers, and there's no additional payment that comes when shows shuffle between different streaming services. As an example, writer Valentina Garza recently shared residual checks for writing 2 episodes of Jane the Virgin. Listen to this, for literally 1 and 2 cents. 1 and 2 cents, that is outrageous. 97.85% of writers who participated in the WGA authorization vote voted to strike. So that means most of them are all together on this, in part to ensure that working on a streaming service pays out in a manner closer to traditional TV and closer to the way previous generations of writers, directors, and actors fought for years to achieve. So let's just digest that, because that's a lot there, and then we'll get into that second paragraph in a little bit. That's a lot to digest there. What does everybody think about this writer strike going on? I mean, I understand, because the writers, everybody thinks that everybody in Hollywood makes tons of money. That is not the case. A lot of people just are, standard workers and part of the industry, and the writers, they're not getting paid nearly enough. So they're fighting for a lot, from what I understand. They want to raise the wages out there. They want those residuals. The residuals are so powerful, but from what I understand, from the streaming services, now they're not getting those residuals like they would when they went to TV. You would see these shows play for decades and decades, and they would get residuals, these writers. But now with streaming, it doesn't seem like streaming are giving much of any kind of residuals. It seems like one lump sum. Okay, here you go. But now they're not getting paychecks every month, and that is so important. I mean, how are you going to pay, right, your mortgage, your rent, if you're not getting paychecks every month? And you don't know how often you're getting a project to work on as a writer, right? It may be a while before you have another project, but in the meantime, apparently those residual checks were really helping out the writers, make it month to month, at least from what I understand. So they're trying to fight for more residuals. Let's get viewer numbers from these streaming services. And obviously, some of these streaming services seem to be pushing back on this. Like Netflix apparently likes to be hush hush about everything and not release some of these streaming numbers for some reason. What Netflix? What's going on, Netflix? What's happening there? But yeah, it's odd, because we're in a whole new technology age with all this streaming, and I think Hollywood is now finding out that streaming is not the greatest thing ever. I mean, us in the physical media community space, we kind of already knew this, but now they're finding out it's not as profitable as they thought it was going to be, because it's an a la carte service, right? You got the streaming subscription money they get, but that's about it. Before, you would have all the money at the box office with the theaters. Then you would have it go to DVD. People would buy DVDs, right? All that good stuff. They'd get more money there. And then they would go to air on cable television, right? So that's a lot of more money being brought in, right? Residuals happening. Now with streaming, once again, streaming, it's a la carte. You no longer have that resell of a movie so many times, where it was, hey, movie, pay for it at the theaters, you pay for it on DVD, and now on the TV, right? So now I think Hollywood is realizing, like, ooh, maybe we should not have put all our eggs in one basket with the streaming service. This is not going to work out so well. So I think they're starting to realize that, which I guess is going to be good for physical media collectors, because who knows, maybe it'll go back to the days of more people collecting. But let's look at some of these comments. I want to see what you all are thinking, because ooh, we getting some good comments in here. You guys are doing great. Let's see. We got let's see. Uh, oh yeah, okay. Let's see. Craig is saying, oh okay. Lucas Tilius was Havoc in X-Men First Class. You know what? I need to watch that movie again. We got Tim Talks Talkies. Hey Mike and everyone else. Ooh, we got like the whole collectors club in here, which is awesome. Let's see. Tiana loves movies. Hey everyone. Hey Tiana. Tiana is just amazing. Everybody. Tiana's always supporting all the channels, getting into those comments. So thank you, Tiana, very much for joining the morning show. Very honored. Let's see. Adrian saying, I think the X-Men should join the MCU. They will. Yeah, they're definitely going to join in. But, Marvel has their plans and they'll get the X-Men in there when they can. All right, everybody's saying hello to each other. Hisham saying, have you seen Fantastic Four 1994? Yeah, the 90s ones. I think they were 90s, or were they 2000s? Those two Fantastic Four movies, were they 2000s? Maybe I didn't see a 90s. There was a 90s one. I know there was a really, really old, cheesy one that the studio made just to keep the rights, and then it wasn't really officially released. Was that the one? I haven't seen that one, but I saw the other, the 2000s ones, I believe. I think they were 2000s. Let's see, everybody saying hello to each other. Ben saying, I heard a lot of it was they wanted to guarantee that their jobs wouldn't be lost to AI. Ooh, we definitely going to get into that AI paragraph, because I've been warning people about AI. I even put up a whole AI video about how I think it's going to impact movies, physical media collecting, and I don't know. Nobody watched it. So I guess not many people cared about the AI, but I'm like, AI is going to change things forever, people. We got to pay attention to what's going on in AI. To me, that's going to be the biggest impact to changing the Hollywood industry, changing our lives. Like that's the next big technology. I don't know what you want to say, innovation, achievement that's going to change things forever, both good and bad, which I went over in my video. So if you all haven't seen that AI video, ooh, you got to check it out on the channel. It's so good. It's so good. Let's see. But yeah, we'll definitely get in that. I'll bring that up here once I get through these comments. Emlo saying, I support the writers. They need residuals for their talent. Yes, writers have bills too. Absolutely. Yes. We got to support everybody that works on these movies. And the writers are so important. To me, the writers are the foundation. They're the story. You need to have a good story for a good movie. It is impossible to make a good movie without a good story. So if I had to pick to have anything just phenomenal, to me, I would go with the writers. And you got to take care of them. Take care of your talent. Take care of the writers. Take care of everybody on set. But the writers, I mean, they're working hard. They need to get paid. Pay these writers, especially with all the board members and executives. They're making tons of money, tons and tons of money. Give a little bit to the writers at least. Come on. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just yeah, it seems like executives, they get paid more and more, but then the people right there in the middle are just they're losing out on it, and oh, it's so sad to see. So sad to see. Yeah, it feels like the middle class is disappearing, right? And oh, that's it's so sad to see. Craig saying, make better original writing scripts, and I'm sure you'll get your money. Too much copycat writing. Well, the copycat is going to get really scary with the AI, which we're going to talk about right here in a second. That to me is where the copycat is going to be going on. We got the original fuzz saying, "What's up, Mike? What's up?" Let's see. Aaron saying, "What are your thoughts on AI technology taking over movies industry, like story making and human AI character?" Yes, yeah, and I had a whole video on this. Like I said, nobody watched the video. I was surprised. I'm like, "Ooh, I think this video is going to be a really hot topic. I think people are going to watch it." And like 80 people watched it. So that was kind of interesting. But check it out. I just did that. I posted it on Monday. I really went into my in detail thoughts with it. Um, but we'll talk a little about it now. But if you want the really good in detail thoughts, you're gonna want to see that video after this. But let me go to let's bring up that story again. That because we got an AI paragraph here. So like streaming has been for the past 15 years ago emerging technologies will continue to be a tool for companies seeking to reduce that amount they pay workers or to get rid of them entirely. The WGA proposed regulating the use of so-called generative AI in the writers' rooms, preventing AI from writing or changing material covered by the minimum basic agreement, preventing it from being used as a source material from adaptations, and ensuring the MBA material can be used to train these programs. The AMPTP countered by offering annual meetings to discuss oh my god, countered offer annual meetings to discuss advances in technology. Oh my gosh. See, so it seems like Hollywood does want to utilize AI, and I can woo, that is gonna be rough. That is gonna be rough, especially for all this. Once again, these writers and even more people, I'm sure, are gonna be impacted by AI. Now, the thing with AI is, yeah, they're going to be able to bust out a ton of different scripts within seconds, but are they going to be the most quality, right? Are they going to be the most quality? Are they going to stand up to some of the best writers of all time and be the same level? I don't think so. I don't think that AI technology is there. I mean, you can tell. I mean, even just you see people using, was it on like Snapchat, the AI technology and having conversations with it, which is so bizarre to me. Oh my goodness. But you can tell when people are using it, you can see it's the conversation is a little off, right? It's a little like you can tell it's not a human speaking, because humans have certain quirks and traits and certain things about them. So to me, the human flavor is gonna give you something different. So I don't think an AI script, for example, is going to be able to make a John Hughes script, right? John Hughes, to me, the best movie writer of all time, made such powerful and emotional stories. I don't think an AI is going to be able to replicate that. Um, Once again, it might get to a certain level. The scripts might be decent enough, right? But I don't think they're going to be as good. I don't think it's there yet. And so we gotta protect the creativity here. I don't just want a copy machine doing everything and busting out these scripts with this AI technology. I don't think it's gonna be a good sign. Now, AI, once again, it's a tool. It can be used for good. It can be used for bad. There's pros. There are cons. So, yeah, I can see why the writers want that. To me, that and the residuals are the biggest things there. You got to get the residuals back, but the AI is such a pressing issue because that's going to change things forever. Because, I mean, imagine, hey, you got writers on strike. They say, hey, well, we can just use this AI technology, bust out these scripts. As long as these people strike, it doesn't matter. Hey, we'll just bust out more scripts with AI and we'll use those to make mediocre kind of movies. Ooh, that's not going to be good for movie watchers. I mean, imagine the movies and stuff we're going to get. You think back to when the last writer's strike was. What was that? Like 10, 15 years ago, something like that? Was it 2007? Something around that. And you could see the stories we were getting with not the best writers out there. Everybody brings up the Quantum of Solace story where you had Daniel Craig trying, rewrite the script on set. I mean, oh my goodness, he's an actor, right? He's not a writer. You need to have somebody who is, talented in writing doing the script and, have everybody else, worry about what they need to do. And we saw how Quantum of Solace turned out. Oh my gosh, not very good, right? Not most people's favorite movie. They might have some fans, but to me, it's not my favorite James Bond movie. So the writers are essential. Once again, I don't think the AI can do what some of the best writers can do. It may be quicker, it may be able to bust out scripts very quickly, but are they going to be the best quality? That's the thing. I'm always going for quality. Me as a physical media collector, I care about quality. I want good quality. So that's my thoughts. But what do you all think? What do you think of this AI? How do you think it's going to impact the world and Hollywood? Do you think it's good? Should they be utilizing a ton of it? Or no? Are you trying to stay away from it? Or do you think there's a balance in between? What do y'all think? Let's see. Uh, but yeah, that goes back to Aaron saying, what are your thoughts on AI technology taking over the movie industry, like story making and human AI characters for movies? Yeah, that's so bizarre too. Like the voice technology, and some, voice actors are like selling their rights to their likeness or using their voice, and now the AI is going to be able to replicate that. But the thing is, you can still tell it's not the person. right? I know that was a big hot topic when Stan Lee passed, and they were talking about, hey, can't we generate a Stan Lee and generate his voice and his likeness and still do these Stan Lee cameos in movies? But it's not Stan Lee, right? It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna feel the same. It's not gonna have the same impact, right? And so I was always against that. I'm like, no, you know what? Stanley has passed. We don't need to now, try to, I guess, clone him in a in a type of way. So because it's not the same, you can tell it's not the same. It's still like with the technology, right? With the de aging stuff and all that stuff. The technology is getting better, but to me, when always I see something de-age, I can tell it is not the actual person. I don't know if anybody is like that, but I can tell. Like my eyes are not fooled, right? That's the uncanny valley they call it, where it's like humans can tell what other humans are, right? We can tell the difference between a human and technology. So I don't think the technology is there yet to fool us. We are not fooled yet. Now with animals, we've been getting fooled, right? So they do good on animals, like a Lion King. Some people still think that's a live action movie and those lions are real. No, that last Lion King movie was mostly made in the computer. And so it's an animated movie. So humans have been fooled with animals, right? But I don't think we've been able to fool what's the word? Fool humans on humans yet. Yes. Let's see. But you all let me know your thoughts on that. What do you think? Low saying I did see your AI video earlier. Yep. Oh, awesome. Good. Yeah. Yes, yes. Craig saying use a balance 80% of writing, 20% AI. Okay, okay. So would that be for what are you thinking? Like rewrites, or would that be the first draft and then somebody comes in and rewrites the final draft? Like where would the AI come into play? Beginning, the end, that type of thing. Because I could see that. I could see, okay, does the AI write the first draft and then a writer comes in and does rewrites for it? Or does a writer write the original draft and then the AI comes in and does rewrites? Right? How would that play out? And then are writers going to be getting paid less? That's the thing. Once again, we want to take care of the writers. The stories are so important. We got to make sure these writers be getting paid, and so we got to get them some money somehow, right? There has to be something in the agreements that makes sure that they're taken care of, right? They have to have a livable wage, right? They have to be able to live. They have to be able to afford, especially if they're working in the Hollywood area. That area is expensive. It's expensive in Southern California. Oh my goodness. And they're not getting paid much. I mean, it just doesn't add up. And especially like with the people at the top, the executives, tons of money, millions and millions, some maybe even billions now. I mean, goodness, so they're getting tons of money, but why is it not going down to, you know, the writers and other talent involved? It's just what's happening? Why is the gap widening for how much people are getting paid? Like I said, middle class disappearing, things like that. It's just it doesn't look like things are heading in a good direction here. But those are just my thoughts. Maybe you all disagree, agree, partly agree, but let me know that in the comments. But here, let's get into now for like the last 12 minutes here. We'll get into the Ask Me Anything section. Yes, ask me anything. So you can talk about anything related to, movies in general, physical media, announcements, just anything about life, anything's fun. So here's the Ask Me Anything section. So go ahead and take a few minutes to leave some comments. We'd definitely love to get some great comments here in the last 10 minutes. And why everybody is doing that, I guess I'll just mention what's going on my channel here in the upcoming week. So I will be working on some videos today, pre-recorded. So I have everything set up for the week. So kind of how my setup now, and you all let me know if you like this setup and this release schedule. So Sunday mornings, besides my morning live show, so I'm going to be doing this on the weekly Sunday morning live show. But before that, at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, that's when I drop on my pre-recorded videos. I have my Amazon deal video. So if you missed my Amazon deal video, once again, go ahead and check that out after this live stream is over. There's some actual really good deals on some 4Ks out there this week, and I don't want you to miss out on those if you're interested in that. So check out the Amazon deal video, but that gets posted Sunday morning. Okay. And then Monday, I have a movie news related topic, like a physical media news related topic. And so that video is going to drop tomorrow. And I think it's a really, just kind of fun, interesting one. I'm sure plenty of collectors have talked about it before, but I want to give my thoughts on it too. So I just think it's a nice little video. So that's going to be, physical media news topic drops tomorrow, Mondays, as usual. Then on Tuesday, we got a live stream at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that is going to be to celebrate John Hughes. We were just talking about writers right now. Like I said, John Hughes, my favorite writer of all time, but he did so much. He did writing, he did directing, he did producing. So I have a big panel for that. I think we're probably at 7-member panel there. So a ton of people are going to be on that live stream, and I actually, I have a couple more spots. If anybody wants to join in the community on that John Hughes stream that I haven't reached out to yet, I think I have a couple spots open. Just hit me up on Instagrams. We'll get you on that live stream. But it's going to be fun. We're going to be recommending out John Hughes titles, talking about our John Hughes memories, and just really celebrating that creator, because he did so much, during the time he was involved in Hollywood. Like I said, he can write like no other out there. So powerful those scripts were. Such great movies. But yeah, so John Hughes stream, that's going to be that Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Wednesday, I will have, and I started this segment last week, and it seemed like people liked it. You all let me know in the comments too if you liked it. But the mega movie numbers, where I break down what 4Ks sold the most in the previous couple weeks or so, and then also go over DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, what's selling the most market share. So that's mega movie numbers. That was that new segment I started. Those videos will usually drop around Wednesday. Once again, everything pre-recorded drops 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Thursday, I do have my post-game show for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, if the group is still down with that. That will be, I believe, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll be talking Guardians of the 3, spoilers, open discussion. It's going to be a lot of fun if you've seen the movie. Once again, if you haven't seen the movie yet, but you're going to see the movie, I would say check out the pregame show for sure that we did last week. That was a lot of fun. And then I might drop another pre-recorded video in the morning. It depends. If I don't have the live show that day, I definitely will, and that will probably be a top 10 ranking or so. Uh, just on a fun topic. So, yeah, we'll definitely have one of those. But yeah, that will take care of the week there. And then in the weekend, Friday, Saturday, that's when I go see the new releases in the theater, do my short out of the theater reactions. So you all can know, did I give it a thumbs up? Did I give it a thumbs down? Amazing Anna usually joins me for some of those. So you get to hear both our thoughts occasionally, which is really, really fun. Now, I'm trying to think what comes out this weekend. I don't think there's any new major movie, but I'm sure they'll have something. If anything, I'll go see Guardians 3 again as well. But I'm sure they'll have one or two new releases or something to catch up on. So those will be out of theater reactions for Friday and Saturday. Then once again, Sunday, we have another morning show and we start it all over again. So that's kind of the setup there. But you all let me know if you like that structure, if that works out. And I might, if I get any new releases in on Blu-ray Tuesday, which I should. I have some stuff ordered this month. If you saw my May preview video, I will see if I have time. If I have time, I'll try to do some short unboxings, just really quick, under a minute unboxings of some of the major titles. But yeah, that's kind of the setup. But let's look. Let's look in these comments. Ooh, looks like we got some more people joining in. Oh, great. Emlo saying, what's the next movie you're looking forward to? So I know the next big blockbuster release is Fast X. I think that's in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm excited for it. But it'll be fun. They're often fun movies, even though ridiculous some of these later ones. After that, we got Little Mermaid. Once again, I don't know if I'm a massive Mermaid fan, but I'll watch it. Probably the next one I'm really hyped for. It was Guardians 3, but now since I've seen that, it's probably going to be what comes out in June. Is The Flash in June? I feel like The Flash is in June. If The Flash is in June, that's my most anticipated film of the year. That one I'm super, super excited for. But another movie coming out this month, and actually, maybe it comes out this weekend. I don't think I've seen it playing yet at my theater. Sisu. Sisu, that one that looks like a John Wick type of action style movie. Those trailers look kind of fun. I definitely want to check that out. Very curious about that one. But you all let me know in the chat. What are you excited for? What are you looking forward to? Craig saying, watch Leon the Professional. It's good. Everybody's been recommending that movie to me. It's actually a really good deal on the 4K now on Amazon. It was in my Amazon deal video. So if anybody's interested in that movie, they don't have it in the collection, definitely go through that affiliate link in that video. But I need to check it out at some point. I absolutely do. Draculina Horror is here. Yes, Draculina. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mike. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? We got Amazing Anna. Apparently, Amazing Anna is awake now. So, hello, Amazing Anna. Hey, everyone. And Mega Mike. Uh, do you want coffee? Well, I got some coffee right now, unless you're talking about the fancy stuff from the Dutch Bros, which we'll look into getting that maybe in a little bit here. Let's see, Adrian James saying, I have just had a coffee. Yes, you gotta have coffee on the morning shows, of course. Everybody saying hello to each other. Oh, so nice to see. See, I love bringing the community together here in these mornings. Everybody saying hello. Aaron saying, I think the pros for AI is producing movies fast. Imagine if we have 5 Avengers movies next year. I felt like we had that already, right? I felt like we got 5 Marvel movies in 1 year. But of course, the writers already planned ahead the storytelling timeline. Yeah, so AI can definitely produce stuff really, really quickly. Absolutely. But the thing is, I'm thinking, is it going to be as good quality as somebody's creative mind, as a really good writer? Is it going to be the same quality? That's the only thing I have a question on. Right? Because I want the quality. I'd rather it take a longer time and we get the quality out of it than it just be produced very, very fast. Because you've all seen those movies where you're like, it almost feels like this was made by AI because it's so simplistic in a plot and it's just, I feel like I've seen it all before. I mean, we've all seen those movies. The movie I watched last night, Love Again, it felt very much like, oh, I could have seen this movie being, made by AI. It feels like every other like Hallmark Lifetime movie I've ever seen. Right? But is it like great quality? Am I gonna remember it in a week from now? Probably not. That's my only concern there. Let's see. Uh Movie Hunter 2020 says Susu was great. Sisu, yes, I need to see that one. I don't think it came out to my theater yet though. So I'm hoping this weekend it does. I definitely want to see that one. Let's see. Amazing Anna says, I was about to get coffee. You want me to pick one up or wait? Wait. We're almost done with the live show. We almost done here. Um, Huck is saying they are re-releasing Raiders of the Lost Ark on June 4th. I love to see that. That was one I was really curious in. I'm definitely gonna have to see that alone because I know Amazing Anna don't like the classic movies. That's okay. But I do want to see that. I missed out on Return of the Jedi. I didn't realize Return of the Jedi was the weekend before this current weekend. It was the last weekend, and I didn't realize that. I thought it was going to be this weekend because I'm like, wait, we have May the 4th, and then it's probably in that weekend right after May the 4th. But no, it was the weekend before May the 4th. I totally spaced on it and missed out on seeing Return of the Jedi in the theaters. Oh my goodness. I should have been more careful in checking on that. That would have been great to see in the theaters. But you know what? I may make up for it with Raiders of the Lost Ark. I need to see that movie again, too. I haven't seen it in a while. And I don't even have the 4K of it. I have a DVD. I was waiting for that 4K steelbook to drop in price because it's more expensive than the other two. And I'm like, oh, it'll drop in a few bucks in a month or two. And then it sold out. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. So now I got Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade, these nice 4K steelbooks, but no Raiders of the Lost Ark. So what do I do now? Right? What do I do? It's just Adrian saying, wait, oh no, that was Amazing Anna. Woo, I jumped way far ahead. Adrian saying, do you like cookies, Mike? Cookies are delicious. I try not to eat them too often, just for being on a good healthy diet, but they taste delicious. Chocolate chip cookies, they are delicious. Ooh. Especially like some warm chocolate chip cookies, you dip in some milk. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah. Let's see. Amazing Anna says, what collection box set did you miss that you'd really want in your collection? So the one that I really, really want, there's actually probably 5 of them, and they're all the Warner Brothers stuff. Now, the Warner Brothers Blu-ray box sets, I definitely want to get, and I think they will drop in price, probably $30 each, in a couple months. So those aren't too of a problem to get those in because they're at like 130. There's four of them. That's some coin right there. But I will definitely pick up the four of them. But the one I really want, the treasure out there that's going to be coming out, is the one that's coming out in the UK. So you got to import it from Amazon.com UK, and that's going to be the Warner Brothers 4K box set. Yes, the Warner Brothers, was it what anniversary is 100-year anniversary 4K box set. It comes with like 25 movies, 300 pounds, so it's going to be a little bit more over $300, and I'm guessing all the importing and shipping what not. But super excited for that set. I need that set because I don't have most of the movies. I think I only have yeah, I don't have hardly any of the movies, actually. I may have 8 of them, but I don't even know if all 8 of them I have are on 4K, so massive upgrades, has some exclusives, and that is definitely the one I want, yes. But once again, you gotta go Amazon.com UK. Huck is saying, yeah, and Jedi was 1 week only. I was hoping it was going to be their second week, and yes, Flash comes out June 16th. Yeah, I'm surprised that they only did it the 1 week, and I was surprised with the week they chose. I thought it was going to be closer to May the 4th, because then even looking at it, May the 4th at the theater it was playing at near me, well, not near me, like 45 minutes away. It only had one time on May the 4th because then Guardians 3 comes in, takes most of the screens. So I thought that was weird. But yeah, I would have loved for it to play at least 2 weeks. Can you give me 2 weeks out of it? Yeah, that's tough. But The Flash, June 16th, that movie is going to be so good. So excited. Oh, yeah, so excited. Yes, Adrian saying the chocolate chip ones. The chocolate chip, that's the best. Can't beat that. Hisham saying, have you seen Shin Kamen Rider? I have not seen that one. Guessing foreign language film. Yeah, a lot of foreign language films, they don't come out to the theaters near me. So that's unfortunate. But yeah. Aaron saying, if James Gunn takes over both DC and Marvel, do you think there will be a multiverse crossover since the Flash movie introduces multiverse? Um, I think at some point in the future, but that's probably far, far away. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm still kind of worried. I'm still kind of worried with all this DC stuff. I'm still a little worried, but we got to see how it plays out. I know some of the movie choices they went with seemed a little odd to me. But I just saw Guardians 3 and I loved Guardians 3. So it can all work out. It depends. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what other talent gets involved. But once again, we're now getting into right the writer's strike. The writer's strike is happening. What's going to happen with these DC movies? I heard that I think Superman Legacy was already written, so I think we're good on that one. But what about all the other DC projects? Are they going to be delayed, or are we going to be getting mediocre scripts? Ooh, that's not going to be good. Like I said, the writer's strike is going to impact us for years to come. Like it's going to have a big impact. I don't think people think it's going to have a big. It's going to have a big impact. I remember that last writer's strike where the television shows just went boom downhill, and you're like, what happened to all these TV series? These are awful now. And oh, it was not good. It was not good. hmm let's see, Adrian saying I have sugar-free biscuits. Yeah, I'll eat like sugar-free stuff all the time, like sugar-free cookies. Absolutely. There's some decent ones out there too. Hisham saying, will Sam Raimi direct Doctor Strange 3? I don't think they're doing a Doctor Strange 3. I think they're starting to realize with like some movies you don't need 3 of. Like Ant-Man 3 did not work out well for them. So I don't know if we'll even get a Doctor Strange 3. I really don't think so. But Sam Raimi, good director, but I don't know. It didn't work out. That movie, I think some people liked it, some people didn't. I thought it was pretty decent overall, but still not like top tier Marvel. But Guardians 3, ooh, Guardians 3 is definitely very, very good. All right. I think that is everything there. That's all the comments. Thank you all for joining me today, this early morning, talking some movie news, having a fun time in the chat there, asking questions. It was a wonderful time. So I hope everybody has a good rest of your day out there. Seize the day, make it a movie day. Go see some excellent movies out there and just have a great time.